Hello everybody, how's everybody doing? Well this really just came to me. And certain parts of it, you know, it was just pondered in my mind. And that is the topic of dependency and where this could lead. See, we live in a world, and for us in America, we live in a nation where we are, and I'm talking to the patriots too, that we live in a world where we are dependent on a higher source. We are dependent on governments. Yeah, we are. Everything. I mean, even so-called patriots, truthers, truth movements, or whatever, we're dependent on the government in one way, shape, form, or another. But where does that lead? Well, and how are we dependent? Well, you got welfare, where we are supported by the government because we, one, can't get work. Two, you have an opportunity to get work, but you just choose not to. Food stamps. Cash assistance. This might hit home for a lot of people, but, you know, I'm sorry, but I have to address this. But where does it all lead? You know, and 3 verses came to mind, and I'll be sharing those here in a moment, and I'll break down, you know, one especially. But it's true. You know, we are all dependent on government aid, one way, shape, or form, or another. We depend on the retailers. We depend on the retailers for our food. You know, and I do it too. I mean, we are all dependent one way, shape, or form, or another. We are dependent on the transportation of goods, food, and stuff like that. And I mean, regardless if the prices are going up or not, we are still dependent on that. So what's going to happen when everything really goes south, and you got these gas prices rising up and stuff like that, and pretty soon your truckers ain't going to be able to transport goods, and this includes manufacturing companies and everything. It's going to happen. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you work for. You know, I might be employed right now, but I guarantee you that in the future I won't be. I can guarantee you that the place I work for will be shut down. It's just the way it is. You know, I can't stop that. But that's why, you know, I try to do what I can now in order to be prepared ahead of time. But enough about me. The point is that every aspect of our lives is dependent on a higher source of power, the government, you know, or governments, no matter where you are. And depending on who you have listened to and what you have read from scriptures, you know, it talks about beast systems and these beasts out of the earth with 2 horns like a lamb, speaks like a dragon, beasts out of the sea that basically devours the whole earth. A lot of this, the 2 main aspects comes down to religion and government. And religion and government and most should know, work hand in hand. Like your false Christianity and stuff like that, and I'm talking about the false Christianity, you know, the ones that, you know, basically, you know, you're slain in the spirit type stuff, and, I mean, it goes beyond that. I mean, you know, that's just the extreme, but all of them are guilty. You know, your rapture believers and stuff like that. Every aspect of everyone's lives is dependent on the government. And I want to, and I'm going to share 3 verses. I'm going to break one down because it just came to me, and I wanted to share it. And I'm sure you guys are most would probably, especially the ones that are subscribed to me, you know, are familiar with Revelation chapter 13. So probably some of you have heard this, some may have not, but I for one, my favorite version, King James, and I like to use concordance for a lot of things, because there's a lot of different meanings. You know, especially when it comes to word studies and stuff like that, that just really, it's just weird. You know, how you have one word that actually looks like it's meaning of a singular person, but it doesn't really mean a singular person. It means like a group or a multitude, or, you know, a system, or a, you know, you understand what I mean. But anyways, I'm going to start off at 16, I'm going to stop at 18. Mainly I'm going to break 18 down, and mainly just one word that sticks out of mine here. Okay. Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666. Keep in mind, that is not the number of Satan. That is not the number of demons. It's the number of a man, or man. Is it actually just a man, or is it man? Men. This is why I asked the question earlier, or not question, but this is why I touched base on the fact that we are all dependent on the government. Every one of us. You know, regardless if you're a truth movement person, or a patriot, or one that stands up against the New World Order and we have to fight. That don't matter. It does not matter. The bottom line is that we are all dependent on the government. And that just goes to show, especially in Revelation 13:17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. We are going to have to be dependent on a mark that is a mark of man in order to buy or sell. Question is, what are you going to do about it? Because your salvation is in dire jeopardy if you choose one over the other. That's really serious. A lot of people just read that and be like, oh, okay, well, 600, 666, or 666, that's got to be like something that will be rather easily to detect. Is it? I mean, is it a chip? It might be. I don't think it's to distinguish between Sunday and Saturday worship anymore. I used to, but I don't think that anymore. But that's what's going to come down to. So right now we are being primed for Revelation 13:17. That is what I believe, because we are dependent on man to supply our needs, and it's going to come down to the same thing when that is enforced. I can guarantee it. It says it right there. Stay tuned for the next video.